Namaskar everyone. Today is the last day of this session and today Acharya Bimlan Avadhut is with us and he will take class on subject Karma and Karmfal, action and its result. So let us start with Prabhat Sangeet and we'll back. Namaskar Dada.
Namaskar.
I think there is some problem with this video injection. So let us start with class today. Dada Bimlan is with us, and I hope you enjoyed today's class. And what happened after this class, you may be receiving your replay video in your email. So you can go also there if you have connection problem. Sometimes you are disconnected, so you can get entire your replay video in your email. Also in YouTube, it is simultaneously broadcasting. So Dada, I think Dada is disconnected somewhere. So today, so far 86 people have been joined. Dada, please start your camera. I think your camera is off.
I'm trying.
Vimlan Dada, can you hear us?
I'm trying. Is okay now?
Yeah.
Is it okay?
So
Okay.
your microphone is, I think, mute.
Muted? No? Can you hear me?
We can't hear you.
You cannot
Oh
hear
yeah,
me?
yeah, it's okay.
With reference to Baba and respectful namaskar to all participating Margis, our co-workers, sannyasis, devis and dadas. I take your permission to explain upon the topic that Baba has delivered in his lecture way back. I think in 1957 itself, Baba talked this topic in Jamalpur. 1957 was the earliest time of Ananda Marga. Very few Margis, and naturally our philosophical development was also in its infancy. It had not yet blossomed. Many chapters were not given, many books were not given. Yes. Those days, people of those days, Margis of those days, the society of those days, people used to be preoccupied with the dogmas, and karma was one of the issues. And Baba is very scientifically explaining the laws of karma. Karma, the unavoidable role of karma in life. Today, after that, of course, Anand Marga philosophy has got many more chapters on karma. But we will be limiting to that perimeter, the very beginning, the very initial concepts about karma that Baba introduced in our philosophy. Of course, many books can be written on karma. Many books are there on karma. To the Western world, where the Western philosophies dominated, the concept of karma came very late. To the Eastern world, where philosophy has been much older, as we saw yesterday, day before yesterday, that the history of human thought goes back to at least 15-20,000 years, at least recorded 15,000 years. But to be able to think the way it is expressed 15,000 years ago in the Sanskrit verses of the Vedas, there must have been a very developed state of society for some, not for all. But yes, so I say about 20,000 years. So history of thought, human thought, there. And from there itself, in the Oriental philosophy, karma has a place. Karma has a place in Oriental philosophy, Eastern philosophy, since 20,000 years. People have been thinking about karma. In the West, it came very late compared to the Eastern philosophy. But yes, today, thanks to the modern youth movements, karma also became popular and well accepted in the Western thought, Western societies. Not all of them, but yes, those here who are the new progressives, I call them the new progressives. The new progressives are conversant with this concept of karma, and they also accept this. This is scientifically acceptable topic, and so naturally the new generation and also the progressive and the new progressive generation, they are comfortable with this for their own good, because once you do some action and then you are aware of its aftermath of your action, you are better positioned. I was telling that the Western philosophy has shortened the human thought to the point of here and now. There was no need to think about karma. But what I have observed myself, that the Western countries have been receiving Eastern impact, philosophical impact, at least in my observation, my times, since late 60s and early 70s. What was happening that time in the Western countries, and what happened to the Western philosophy after that? That this Western philosophy, as we have seen in the class 1, it is spread all over the world and influenced all the entire living standard and living style and thinking style of the whole world. That we have seen already. So naturally there was also exchange. So in modern times, 4 philosophies came out of India to the Western countries, directly to Europe and USA and Australia, primarily in the West. And as a result of all these philosophical impacts, what has happened that today the theory of karma is very well absorbed in the Western culture. Of course, there are some people who are rigid. The dogmas have been under threat because of that. But the theory of karma, that whatever you do, you will have to accept the consequences, the results that will follow. not only here and now, this is the beautiful part. Not only here and now, but also hereafter. Because this hereafter theory got accepted as a result of the philosophical impact from India. There were four major movements, youth movements, that came to the West. Four. One of them was Ananda Marga. So, so many seminars were given. Anand Marga gave so many seminars. This culture of seminar, as we know, now we are going through the seminar. This culture of seminar not only growing in India, but seminar was happening all around the world. And the seminar phase started in 1969. And in the Western country as well, seminars were happening. The same topics were being discussed here amongst the new generation and the progressive generation in the West. So, Ananda Marga theories combined with some others who were very much into afterlife, and afterlife theory. I will not name them here. So because of these theories, particularly one was working on two fronts in the West. And the two fronts they took is vegetarian food, sentient food. They don't call it sentient food, they call it Krishna's food. And that you will be reborn again. These two things was so much pushed into the Western mind that ultimately their new generation accepted it, that yes, I will be reborn. I may have to be reborn. I may have to be reborn. And now they are thinking that yes, I will be reborn. Even though the religions, the Western religions, the Judeo-Christian religions, they all, not all, one section said that you will be sleeping there for eternity until a time will come when there will be a judgment. And that judgment, the day of judgment, keep waiting there, sleeping. So the concept of Indian philosophy was already there, that you remain waiting and sleeping. The concept that death is a sleep, that death is chiranidra in Sanskrit. Our scriptures, our philosophy say that it is chiranidra, dirghanidra. Dhananjay Vayu will put you to sleep. So after death, at the time of death, one goes to sleep. This concept has been there in these religions as well, in Judeo-Christian religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. They all have this, and that's why they put them to sleep nicely in the coffin and put it under the ground. Putting under the ground was basically due to the fact that the area where these religions sprouted, there was no forest. Because there was no forest, so there was no logging, no wood for burning the body. So the easiest way was to respectfully bury it and let it rest there. That is not the topic. The topic is that at the time we go to sleep and we sleep for eternity. They say we sleep for eternity and you will be reborn. Coming to being reborn, no, it was in India. They will not say that you will be reborn. There will be judgment given to you. Judgment will be delivered to you. In one of my encounters with intellectuals, religious intellectuals in the USA, I confronted a question and they were asking about it. And I had to say our position on this. So their question was, do you not believe that there will be a judgment? I said, yes, I do believe that there will be a judgment. Does Anand Marga not believe that there will be a judgment? I said, yes, there will be a judgment. So, you follow us? I said, no, that's not the point. Your way of deliverance of judgment has to wait. And we say, this life itself is a judgment delivered from the past life. This life, yours or mine, is judgment delivered from the past. This life is a result of the karma of the past. Whereas you think that there was no past and there is future that is waiting for infinity. And then a lot of things were more discussed. That is not the topic here. We will come back to that if required. So the point was that there is karma. They also think that there is karma, but it was covered with the dogma and don't think anymore about the karma. Rather, think that you will be sleeping forever. That judgment never has happened till now. 2000 years have passed. Anyways, there is no comparison here. The topic is karma and karma phala. Now, who does the karma? The question will be karma and karma phala. Now the issue is who is doing the karma. Once we start thinking of who is doing the karma, then there comes again another question. This body is doing the karma, or this mind is doing the karma, or this soul is doing the karma. Who? Because the question is, who is me? Yes. Am I the body? Am I the mind? Am I the soul? Because if you will be doing the karma, then which part of you, which part of me is doing the karma? So what am I? Some people say, you are the soul. Shivoham, 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 Shivoham. Na punyam, na papam, na. And it goes into our Shankaracharya said, na punyam, na papam. Na punya, neither there is punya nor there is a papa. And people are thinking, they have lost rational thinking and they are doing anything, quoting his name. Adi Guru Shankaracharya has said, na punyam na papam. Be blind about it. They interpreted like that. The momentary thinkers. And do anything without thinking of punyam and papam. And naturally, because everybody is not Shankaracharya who has mastered. You are not Shankaracharya. He mastered all the scriptures by the age of 12, before the age of 12, and he renounced. And in the mindset of renouncing, when he is reaching that ashrama and his introduction is asked for, and there he says, Shivoham, na punyam na papam. Have you mastered all the scriptures that you are talking, na punyam na papam? A person who is well trained in a particular field, only he or she can make that kind of statement of that field. And because not hardly anybody is mastered in these fields, but we start taking those proverbs and axioms and try to live that life, it will be just like we have not mastered the art of driving a car, and you sit in the car and you start driving it. Anyway, so who am I? Some people say I am the soul. If human being is the soul, then all human beings should be the same. Should be just the same, because soul is pure and pure is pure. Pure water is H2O. Pure gold is gold, no matter where it comes from. 99.9% gold, 24 karat gold is 24 karat, is universally the same. Soul, likewise, is the same in you or in me, wherever it is. Soul is soul. So if I am the soul and you are the soul, we would not exist as two different individuals by the law of nature. We will be just the same. We will not exist separately at all. We will become one with the universe. In the thin air, we will exist, not here. So I am not the soul, you are not the soul, we are not the soul. This body is a physical object. It does not move by itself. So this body is not me, because it is not moving by itself. And one day it becomes dead. It lies dead, cannot even breathe. So who is me? I am not the body and I am not the soul. So I am the mind. You are the mind. You are your mind and I am my mind. And this mind is different. Each one has a different mind. And that's why we are different from each other. Now, coming to mind, we have talked already earlier that the mind is what? Mind is interactive consciousness. We have seen in the ÁNANDA philosophical treatise that this universe, the basic content, the basic stuff is consciousness and energy. The consciousness and energy became the abstract and the gross matter. That is the original stuff, which gradually evolved into this kind of universe that we have already seen it. So this universe, my universe, your universe, each universe, it has the entire prototype. Everything is here. Whatever is out there, everything is here in a small quantity. But everything is here. We have already seen all type of solids are here, liquids are here, gases are here, heat is here, space is here, mind is here, soul is here, energy is here, all kind of Ishvara, all kind of Brahma is here, Saguna is here, Nirguna is here, everything is here in this system. So mind is which makes the difference, because body does not exist on its own. When mind is gone, the body also goes, finished. There was a question here in one of my talk. I'm saying this just to bring the context where we will be coming in the topic. And I was asked about the proof, scientific proof of soul. And I said, well, scientific proof, okay. The concept here in the West, in the scientific world of the West, has been that there is a biochemical activity amongst the atoms inside the body, and as a byproduct of the biochemical activity, mind evolves. And this mind is driving life. So there is no soul here. It is just mind-body interaction, and that's what everything is. So there is no need to think of soul and God. It was so simple. It has been so simple for the scientists. So I said one thing, let us see. There was a whiteboard, and I drew a line in the middle of the whiteboard. You also imagine that I am drawing a line. What this line represents the moment of death. This line represents the moment of death. Now, to the left of this line is living, and the right of this line is death, dead. So I am living, and now I am dead. Well, if I am dead, I cannot speak. So please imagine somebody else is dead and somebody else is living, and there's a moment of life line. One moment before this line, the person is living, and one moment after this line, the person is no more living. And I'm saying, I told them, all the atoms in the body are in the same place, exactly the same place they are there. One moment before there was interaction happening, and now there's no more interaction happening. Why? Why? Because there's a difference. When I am living for 100 years, you live 100 more than 100 years. All the atoms of the body, all the molecules of the body, all the organs of the body, all the energies of the body, everything is intact for 100 years. But after this line, they will not remain, they will not wish to remain. They are in the mode of separating from each other. That is the impact of death on life. The system which was intact, all the atoms, all the molecules, intact for 100 years together, now they don't tend to stay together. They want to separate from each other. Why? Can we stop that process? Has science been able to stop that process? We have to think why everything is together, and after one moment they are not anymore together. They start separating from each other. This is a natural phenomenon. It is not a make-believe thing. It is a science. Science is about reality. So this is a reality. It is a science. There must be a science why everything is interacting. All the atoms and all the molecules in the body are actively interacting, and as a result of their biochemistry, a mind is appearing. Your definition. Now that interaction has stopped. Why the atoms are no more interacting to create a mind? Why? This why, the proper questioning brings the proper result, proper answer, proper understanding. Remember, the work of mind is to question. The quest. Question comes from quest. The quest must be quenched. The question must be quenched. The quest must be quenched. So, what we are saying, what Anand philosophy is saying, that there is a plan beyond our control. There is a plan of the universe, and we or you, nobody is beyond the universe. We are inside the big picture. So inside the big picture, there is a plan of the painter. And in that plan, we all exist. You cannot exist without the, or by excluding the big picture. No big picture, no you, no me. So there is a big picture, and in that big picture, there are things which are visible, which are not visible. There are things which are within perception, and there are things which is beyond perception. And because science doesn't want to play their tennis in other court, they want to be limited in their own court. As I told one day, you are becoming a religion. You went against the religions and you are becoming a religion already because you worked against the religion. So religion was your object of attack. You kept attacking the religion for being very limited, very narrow, not questioning and not ready to answer the questions. And now you have gone to a situation that you don't want to answer the question. You don't want to face the question. The question is that why the biochemistry stops working when all the atoms, all the molecules, all the organs, everything is at the same place. It's no more interacting. I'm not talking of the organ failure. Organ failure is the consequence of that situation when the atoms are no more interacting. Organ failure is the result of that situation, that the molecules and atoms are not interacting anymore. Organ failure is not the original cause. So the 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 topic is why interaction stops. That suggests to postulate, to imagine, to understand, to think that there is a kind of energy, a glowing energy, glue, which holds everything together. When that glue is gone, they fall apart. Simple way to start imagining. Starting to imagine like this, then we go further to understand the details of that. That glowing energy, I accepted that mind comes out of the biochemical reaction. But biochemical reaction itself is subject to the presence of some kind of energy, some kind of stuff, abstract stuff, which allows, which facilitates the biochemistry inside the organism. That facilitating primary energy, primal force, the primal stuff, we call soul. You don't know yet, because you say that you don't know it. Fine. If you don't know it, you will try and you will know it tomorrow. I don't know one topic and the subject. I will try tomorrow. I will know it. Fine. But because I don't know it, so it does not exist. That is not a civilized thinking, I'm sorry to say. I'm not calling name, but this is the way you have told of the others. I'm just putting your words before you. Things that I do not know does not exist. Think again. Do a little more work on it, and you will know it. We know our side. I'm telling that we know that there's energy which facilitates the molecular activities, the atomic level activities that generates the mind. Fine. Mind is a biochemical, is a byproduct of the biochemistry. Fine, fine. You have studied it well. Good. If the biochemistry is not happening, is not there, mind will not stay here. Mind will not remain here. Your observation from the other end is correct. But we go behind it, and we don't want to go behind it. So there is mind, and we are the mind, not the body, not the soul. Who you are not Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. No, not now. When you close your eyes, then you become Shivoham, Shivoham. When your eyes are open, don't talk about Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. No. When you close your eyes, then you say, then you think, then you contemplate Shivoham, 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 Shivoham. When your eyes are open, you are supposed to say something else. Definitely not Shivoham, 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 Shivoham. Those who keep their eyes open and say Shivoham, 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 hypocrites. They cheat. There's a mentality behind that. There's a mentality. There's a psychology there behind that. Why do you have to take a position of Shivoham, 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 Shivoham? Why? Others are not Shivoham, Shivoham. They are also Shivoham, Shivoham. Why you have to speak about yourself to the others, Shivoham, Shivoham? Is the food that you are eating not Shivoham, Shivoham? It is also Shivoham, Shivoham. Everything is Shivoham, Shivoham. Then why you have to talk about boasting about yourself? I am Shivoham, 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 Shivoham. Are you not showing your ego by saying Shivoham? Are you not trying to create superiority complex about yourself amongst the audience? Don't you have a purpose behind it? All these things are telling that you are not Shivoham Shivoham, you are your mind. Because Shivoham does not go to speak about it, Shivoham Shivoham. The time you start realizing that you are Shivoham Shivoham Shivoham, your tongue will be folded inward, your mouth will be closed, will have to remain closed. Your throat, your vocal cord will be silent, and your eyes will be closed, and you are not in this world, you are in another world. All this talk simply to justify that you are not the soul. You what you are, you as you exist, I as I exist, as I talk now, am not the soul, I am not the body, I am in between the body and the soul. And that in between the body and the soul is the field of mind. That is the field of mind. That mind which is close to the body is conscious mind. That mind which is close to the soul is Mahat, the pure I, the pure mind. And in between is the subconscious mind. So, this mind is interactive consciousness. Soul being the pure consciousness, mind remaining the interactive consciousness, body remaining the objective, the objective world. And out here is the common world. Is not your world, is not my world. Your world and my world is this world. This is my world, and your body is your world. From this bubble of the world universe, we interact with others. That is not the topic. The topic is karma. So karma entails action of the mind. That's what was my point. All this to come to this understanding that you are the mind, I am the mind, neither the body nor the soul, and thus. And the nature, the definition of is mind is not a gross matter, and mind is not pure energy or pure consciousness. Mind is interactive consciousness. And because this interactive consciousness, it has one limit, it is touching the physical object of the body, and other limit of this is touching the soul. So the one which is touching the body, which is everywhere with the atoms, helping the atoms to interact, that mind is instrumental mind. And the mind which is behind, near the soul, touching the soul, that part of the mind is pure mind. So the doer mind is the middle mind. I'm not telling how big it is or how small it is, which one is how is big and which one is small in proportion. That we are not talking, but we are talking that the entire interactive mind, interactive consciousness has three phases of it, three layers, not layers, three phases of it. In one phase, it is just the gross, very close to the gross vibration, and one is very pure like the soul, the pure I feeling, I am. And in between the two is the I do. So the karma is the field of I do. I do does the karma. Soul is not doing the karma. And the conscious mind is not doing the karma, and unconscious mind is not doing the karma. Chitta is not doing the karma, ahang is not doing the karma, mahat is doing the karma, not doing the karma, and ahang is doing the karma. Chitta is not doing the karma, mahat is not doing the karma, aham is doing the karma. Karma is being done by the abstract of this life. Body is the gross matter, solid, liquid, heat, gas, space. This machine is this instrument for the mind. So this is not doing the karma. The operator is doing the karma. That operator is the ego, is the aham tattva. So when the aham tattva is doing the karma action, it is very simple. Your eyes are open and you are seeing. Eyes are not seeing. Your ahang is seeing. Your ego is seeing the thing. Your mouth is open. Your tongue is there. Your tongue is not tasting. Your mind is tasting the food. If you are in coma, if your ahang is disconnected by injection of medicine, if that is numbed, afferent nerve is numbed, food will be on your tongue, but you will not taste it. People are in front of you, but you don't see them. So seeing, touching, smelling, tasting, listening, body is not doing. When we are in comatose situation, all the senses remain open as they were before, but I'm not knowing anything, I'm not listening anything, I'm not sensing anything. So the doer is not the body. Body is the tool for doing it, the tool of the aham tattva. Now, karma is about the motivation behind your karma, behind your action. Now, there are two things will come here in context. Other things are very simply explained, and my work is to give you materials so that you can appreciate what is being said. We are not replacing what Baba has explained there. We are giving you the ways how to grasp what is being said there. That is the work of the trainer, to simplify so that it starts making sense to you. Complex thing becomes simplified so that you can grasp it easily. That's it. So, when the ego, when the aham tattva, what you are is the aham tattva, what I am is the aham tattva. Because if the aham tattva, the doer I, if the doer I stops doing, chitta stops working, conscious mind stops working. You see? So, the doer I, this doer I has got motivations. So, one motivation is to do things with your body, with your sound, with your speech, with your hands, with your motor organs. You are doing things with we do things with our motor organs, but these motor organs are being operated by the sitting mind, the ego inside. So I'm touching the surface because I have a purpose why I'm touching the surface. So behind any karma, there is a motivation. Here I say very quickly that this karma has also something called kriya, very close to it. Because every karma, every action has an impact on your mind, not the brain. I'm not talking about the brain, the mind, sentiments. Every karma has its origin and its aftermath. The origin is in the mind, and aftermath is also actually is in the mind. That people miss to think. The origin of the karma remains in the mind, the motivation. What is the motivation? Oh yeah, the three motivations, the two motivations are given there behind the karma in Baba's talk. The desire for a result. I want to become IAS officer. I want to become that. I want to become a very rich, fat salary person, all powerful in my district. Wherever I am, I should be on the top. Oh yeah, you have a desire. And for that desire, now you're motivated to crack the UPSC, be on the highest ranking so that you get the job. So there was a desire for that. So that is another thing. This is another type of activity also from the mind that we do for living. We brush our teeth, we clean our body, we put dress on our body, we clean and press the dress, then we dress ourselves. We try to see that our face looks good and attractive or presentable. These things, to just to maintain your life and living, adjust with the living conditions, this is not karma. Even though it is said that every action becomes a karma, but this action is not the karma we are talking about here. These are kriyas, not karma. Karma that we are talking about is your motivation behind. If you have a motivation and you are guided by that motivation, when you do something, that is the karma. Sometimes kriyas also become karma. When your ego starts putting its own yearning, dress, my dress has to be the most expensive in town. Karma. Wearing dress is kriya. It's a social life, kriya in the social life. But putting a desire in there, when I walk around, people should keep looking at me. And for that reason, I am making my dress in a particular way. I'm doing things to appear in that image. It becomes karma. Because your mind gets its motivation coating on that karma. You are coating your kriya with your mental attitude coming from the ego. When you are normal with everyone, yes, it's kriya. When you brush your teeth and use your toothpaste, no, I must be using the highest, the most costly in town. Or my toothpaste has to be this taste and that kind of taste, that flavor. That is your karma. Be careful. Yes, for my health, this is good. So this makes sense to use this kind of. Okay, I should be using neem toothpaste because the purpose of toothpaste is to control the microbes in my mouth, and neem toothpaste will help me. This is kriya. So there's a fine line between kriya and karma. Kriya you will have to do. If you don't do it, you will get damaged. You will suffer. Your physical existence will start suffering, and that is not proper way to live with that kind of thinking. So kriya and karma. So jaiva dharma, for maintenance of jaiva dharma, not the Bhagavata dharma, just to maintain the jaiva dharma, whatever we are doing is kriya. Karma is when there's a ego involved, when the flavor of ego starts expressing itself. All right. So when we come to the topic of karma, real karma, that here we should be discussing, we are reading, is that you have a purpose in the mind, and that purpose you created, and for that purpose you are setting a goal as that purpose, and you are working. So I am working because I have a goal to achieve. So desire for the result. With a desire for the result, we are working. That's normal. Every ego, every mind thinks like that, and every mind works like that. So that is one way of getting the karma. Now, the happiness is not there. That we have already understood. Because as long as this ego remains crystallized as my ego, me, when we say me, when you say I and me, this is what you are, what I am, and this itself is suffering or enjoying life, and this itself is getting reborn. Karma phala. So this karma that involves the mind, and this karma itself is the cause, becomes the cause. The karma does not become the cause. The karma phala becomes the cause. Karma phala becomes the immediate cause of why I am like this and why you are like this, why each one is of their own type. So, because the very purpose of life is to have infinite happiness, infinite tranquil mind, the quest for happiness, the end of suffering, karma must be understood well. Because as we said in the beginning, this life is already the justice delivered. It's not that for somebody has to keep waiting for the justice. This is the justice delivered already. This is what this life is, a product of the karma of the past. This is the product of the karma of the past. If you are sitting on the top of the hill, and if a ball is reaching there from the ground, how the ball reached there? It has a momentum to reach there. That's why it is there. If you are walking, strolling in the field, and a ball comes in front of you, how this ball came in front of you? This is a reality. In front of you, a ball has rolled and stopped in front of you. A ball is appearing in front of you while you are walking in a lonely place. It must have some dynamics behind it that the ball is now standing in front of you. It came from nowhere. It came from somewhere. You cannot say that it came from nowhere. It came from somewhere. And there's a story how it came from somewhere. So the soul, which is behind the mind, that soul is feeling unpleasant when the ego, the mind, which the soul is supporting, is having a crisis. So karma phala, to end the karma phala, to become Shivoham Shivoham and original, I will also bring a topic there after a while. To become that original, this life is created. Once Baba says, you think you are you. You are not you. You are not you. Behind your mind is Parama Purusha sitting. But that Parama Purusha, when it starts the bhava, your mind, when it passes through, it becomes multicolored here. And you express that this is my color. This is your expression becomes you. Behind the expression, you are not you. It is Parama Purusha sitting there. So mind works like a prism, the triangular prism. And this mind is the cause of suffering. This mind becomes the cause of everything. And through sadhana, everybody has understood that this mind must be neutralized. Not neutralized, it must be dissolved. The ego must be dissolved. Because ego is the one which is doing the karma, and ego is the one which undergoes the suffering of the karma, for which I am to be reborn. Each one is to be reborn and think about how to get rid of the suffering of the karma. So one way is to shun, to renounce the desire of karma phala. I want to achieve this. It's very tricky. If we renounce that, the world will stop. Everybody renounce that, the world will stop. It's very, very tricky. Of course, the other one that Baba is saying is the vanity of having done good karma and big karma. That vanity will bring you back. That should also not be there. So kartavya should not be there. And the desire, the phal, the desire for the results, the attraction for a lofty result should also not be there. So should I not strive to become an IAS? There can be different motivation. There could be different motivation. If I am there, I can deliver my social responsibility much better. So I should become an IAS. I am better equipped to bring happiness to the life of millions of people when I am in a better position. So do your action not goaded by the negative microvita, thoughts coming from negative microvita. Psychopanoramic minimitis, not motivation of the psychopanoramic minimitis. Minimitis means for my universe, for my enjoyment, for me and me and me. This thinking is caused by minimitis, psychopanoramic minimitis. No, do it with the sentiment of psychopanoramic maximitis, universal. When we do our action with that universal thinking, it is there that you don't have the desire, personal desire for the result. So when Krishna is telling कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन, don't be guided by the wishful desire to achieve one particular type of result for you. No. So he's teaching him to Arjuna. Even though you do the action, the result will not be in your hand, because you are part of the big picture and you are not the owner of the big picture. You are only one dot, one spot on the big picture, one pixel on the big picture. So you don't exist independent of the big picture. The owner of the big picture will justify where you should be, and reflection of that will come to your mind what you should be doing and what you should not be doing. And better you pick the correct one. There you will need the ideology, the proper thinking. And the proper thinking is karmanyeva adhikaraste. To do karma, proper karma, to do karma is your right. To serve humanity, to be happy and make everybody also happy. Yes, that is a responsible living in the collective life. We are all in a society. I'm a part of society. You are a part of society. So thinking about what I can do for the society, which has created me, which has nurtured me, which has given me a space to grow and exist, what I am contributing to the society, that thinking is a duty. Karmanyeva adhikaraste. To do your duty is your right. Adhikara. So to doing your duty is your right. This is what is your social duty, responsibility. So when you are doing that with that kind of mindset, I am doing my duty. How the result will follow or not is my art of doing my duty. I must ensure that what I am doing is going to bear the same result what I expect. However, whether the result will be exactly as you planned or not is also not your control. That is the big picture, owner of the big picture. There is one story about Baba from Jamalpur time. I was not there myself, but the elders with whom I was growing as a Margi, that story was very much making round. Baba was walking on the hills, Jamalpur hills. And those days in Jamalpur Jagrati, very few Margis, and some Margis were very, very sentimental, very, very devotional, but some were also very much showing about that. I mean, we are all types. We are all our own type. So one of them was very vocal about his devotion. If Baba says I can even do this, if Baba says I can do this, Baba is everything, Baba is, he was just jumping and making sound when they were doing sadhana and everything. They were walking on the hilltop, Jamalpur, and Baba went to a cliff, and then Baba looked behind. This young man was also there, and he says, who is there? Who is there? Yes, Baba. Yes, Baba. Yes. Okay. And Baba called this person, this young man. Okay, you are singing this kind of song? Yes, Baba. Okay, so I tell you, go and jump from here. And this boy was shocked. This young man was shocked. Oh my God. And everybody is now looking at him. But so what? Go and jump from here. Instead of going forward, he backed out. And then everybody is looking at each other. There was another young man there. He was silent. He was sadhaka. He was not making loud noise. He went ahead and he jumped from there. Oh my God. He jumped from there. And everybody went to look for him. But he disappeared. He jumped from there and he disappeared. No, you cannot see from there. You don't see anything there. And when there was a suspense, they started coming back. Baba said, okay, now let's go back. And everybody is in suspense. Oh my God. One person died. Finished. Mind became thoughtless. And they all became silent. Baba is walking and everybody is following. And they climbed down, and now they are walking in the field, coming down to the field, and now the field is in front of them. And this other young man, he's thinking, oh my God, my friend, he was my friend, and now what will I answer? And his mind is full of those worries and those thoughts. They're walking towards the tiger grave. Midway, people are looking here and there. Everybody is thinking, what happened to that brother? What happened to that brother? Midway, somebody looks, another a young man is coming from the forest towards Baba, towards them. Everybody was coming and going. So they see that one person is coming, like normal thing. And they found that after a while they saw that this was this brother who jumped from the cliff. So doing your karma, doing your action is your part of thing, but how the result will appear is not in our control. Anyway, it is not in our control. So why not to better offer the very result in the very beginning to him? Why to wait at the end? No, at the time of doing your social responsibility, your duties, karma is also social responsibility, your social duties. Even before doing it, you offer the result to him. You do the action with the mind that the result will not be anyway in my hands, but my part is to do it the best I can do. Because by doing this, my role in society, I will be honest to do my best, to be a best person in my capacity to participate in the social life. That is the meaning of karmanyavadhikaraste ma phalesu kadachana. Then comes when you do the action, And after the result of the action has come, you start enjoying and boasting about it. That condenses the ego even further. Ego becomes even more crude. So the suffering will also be even more crude. So because every action ends up into a result and outcome. So having a desire should be relinquished. No desire, whether the result comes or not, whatever is correct will happen anyway. But my part is to do it correctly and in the best possible way. All the abilities that I have gotten, I must use it to get that kind of a result. Whether it will succeed or not is not anyway in my hand, but to do it in the honest way is my way, my part of it. So to be honest in doing your action, this is what Arjuna is being taught by Krishna. Then comes the second one, that when we do the action and tomorrow and after that we want to hear the praise of my action, that itself is a kind of bondage on us. That is also not proper for the release of soul from the bondage. That's not proper. So we have to also learn that what I did, finish. I did the action, I did the karma in the best possible way, in the most honest way, and that's it, finish. No need to think what people talk about it, whether people appreciated it. That is their part, not my part. It helped them, fine. It did not help them, I'm really sorry, I will improve. It helped the society, very good. If it did not help the society, I must rethink. Next time I will do better. So when we do the karma, we should be free from these motivations. Either the motivation of the dream that I must get the result, I will be very, that the first one, no, you remain neutral about the result. Do your best, but remain neutral about the result. Leave it to Paramapurusha, the big picture, the owner of the big picture. The second one, after doing the action, after having done something successfully, don't let your ego become more crude. No. Remain universally neutral. Fine. No abhimana. Abhimana creates a boundary on the ego and limits the ego, makes you more individualistic. Minimitis, psychopanoramic minimitis, negative microita. And ultimately, Baba is saying that at the end of life, anyway, I should be karma free so that I don't have to come back, so that my soul does not need to be reborn with a mind here. No. For that, surrender of the karma to the cosmic entity. That surrender, proper surrender, Anand Marga has got. Anand Marga for all these things has what? In the spiritual journey of life, we have brahmacharya, we have yama niyama to sublimate our ego and make it spiritually orientated with this kind of understanding of karma. And then in Guru Puja, Tav Dravyam Jagat Guru Tubhyam Eva Samarpaye. When the second lesson is done properly, and when Guru Puja is a part of second lesson, when this is done properly, what happens? Our ego becomes purified. Many times we have seen that we don't care for. No. Second lesson is about sentiment. sentiment of offering my mind itself to the Guru, going by the will of Guru, living by the will of Guru, starting the day with the will of Guru. Tab dravyam jagat guru tubhyam eva samarpayit. To surrender all the karma, scriptures are telling, but how to doing it? Ananda Marga has it. Big saints, big sadhak, big rishi, big muni, they could not do it. It is in not the scripture, it is in tantra, it is in the practice, not in the theory. Tantra is practice. Veda is theory. In practice, how it is done? Yeah, it is taught in Ananda Marga. That the Guru stands in front of you and he says, you give me and I will take from you. And how to give me? He educates, he trains us. How you can give your karma to me? No Guru has taken anybody's karma. They teach the law of karma. And ultimately they say, so you should do good karma, not the bad karma. That's it. Anand Marga is teaching that even your good karma can bring you back. And when you are again back, you may be again messing up your life. Anything can happen in life. So better to plan that this life should be the last life. No good karma, no bad. If not bad karma, also no good karma should be there in it. No. Karma neutral, zero. How to do that? No. One Guru says, Brahmaiva Guru Rekah Napara, that Guru says, this way, you give me and I will take from you. Sit like this, hold your hands like this. Your mentally, your karma is in your mind, so put your karma in your hands in the flower, and the process details we all have from our acharyas. That way, recite the mantra this way, this many times, give me, I will take from you. No Guru has till today taken the karma of anybody. No. But here is a lesson in Anand Marga, a training in Anand Marga, how to offer the karma to Guru, to the cosmic self, to the Taraka Brahma. Only Taraka Brahma can take the karma of the others. Only the ocean receives the rivers, filth coming from the rivers. Ocean cannot say no to it. So only that entity, who is the ocean of consciousness, embodiment of the ocean of consciousness, that Anand Murti says, this is the way. These shlokas, these were there. Akhanda Mandala Karam, Ajnana Timirandhasya, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, it is there. But its purpose and how they should be done, how it becomes a part of sadhana, they are not there. That Anand Murti ji, he organized it, he made the system, second lesson of Anand Marga, and he trained us all how to offer all the karma to that entity. So when we do all these things, it becomes samyak karma. This becomes the proper action that ultimately everything is really going to plus minus neutral position. Even Draupadi is asking Yudhishthira, you are Dharmaraja, you are Yudhishthira. You have not done any time any wrong thing. You are the noblest of the noble. Dharmaraja. But then why this kind of suffering that is happening in our life? You should be getting good results. Why? Why to be dharmic if no good result is there as a result coming to us? And he says very clearly, remain neutral to that. Because if you think that by doing good karma, I will get the good result, means you want to get good result. That is why you are doing the good karma. Oh, it is commercial transaction. I pay good money, I get good comfort. So it is a transaction that degrades us into a commercial life. But being spiritual is not a commercial transaction. It's one way. River going back into the ocean, ups or downs, rocks or pebbles on the way, or a smooth surface on the ground to flow, does not matter. It's running and running and running and running, become one, not coming back again. So until and unless all the karma is exhausted and properly neutralized and become karma neutral at the end of life, again we will have to be reborn anyway. But Anand Marga sadhana is that sadhana where, with the proper and scientific and practical technical lessons, how to become karma free, how to remain no yearning for a desire, yearning with a desire of great achievements, neither having a desire of boasting that I should be honored and I should be decorated for my actions. And also, if there is any wee bit of those things, human weaknesses, ego coming, then every day, 4 times every day, morning sadhana, panchajanya sadhana, your lesson sadhana, noon sadhana, evening sadhana, midnight sadhana, every time we do Guru Puja, we keep daily we keep giving, offering in the proper spiritual, practical way of offering. So it becomes karma neutral. When the soul becomes karma neutral, I mean, when the ego becomes karma neutral, it dissolves. Just like the ice, frozen ice. When the frozen ice is left to a neutral condition, it becomes no more, it remains no more ice. It becomes one with the water. Our mind remains a frozen condition because of these kind of desires for the result, desires for the result, desires for the result. Day begins with the desire for the result, day ends with the desire of the result. Whole night people are dreaming for the desire of the result. Instead of misunderstanding it, we must understand the right context. It is not the desire for the result that I am doing something. I am doing something. I ought to be doing something because I ought to be doing it. Because I am a social person, karma is not for the non-humans. Remember it. Karma is for the humans only. And we are part of a collective life. If there is no collective life, I am no more a human. I do not appear a human anymore. So we have a participatory responsibility in the collective life. That is where the karma comes, interaction, human interaction comes. In that collective space, we have the human interactions and we end up doing karma. So when we end up doing karma, because you cannot escape karma, karma is the essential thing of living. This whole universe is karma kshetra. To do is the moolam, is the main fundamental spirit of life, is to do. So to do, there has to be this kind of philosophy behind doing thing, that I am doing thing not attracted by the result, but as a sense of responsibility I am doing it. If I want to become an IAS officer, not because of my dream of that, no, because in that, from that position, I will be more participating, better participating position in the society. And from there, I can serve much better my role into the society. Neither I am waiting for satisfaction of my ego desire that what people should be honoring me and praising me. No, that is not also, that is none of my matter. What society thinks or not thinks, I have to be honest to doing my duty. That's it. If I have to give donations, I give donations. If I see that something are good and I must be supporting it, I must be supporting it. That's it, and forget about it. Do it and just forget. Gave it to Paramapurusha. I gave it to Paramapurusha. Finish. Whether it is being discussed about me or not does not matter, does not concern me. In society, outer society, or in the family of Ananda Parivara, does not matter. I did, finish, full stop. And also daily, we must be emptying our ego from all the burden of this karma and karma phala. This is where I will conclude my understanding that I had to share with you. And if there are any questions, I'm ready to listen to your question, and let us see. We will try to discuss. Namaskar.
Namaskar. Thank you very much. It was nice talk. And I think there are few questions. Can we take it?
Yes.
Uh, there are few questions. And actually, today some maybe people want to come and speak in the chat room. So I will allow this Nirmalji. He will come and he has some questions. So it will take 30 to 40. So I will allow. And there are some chat rooms. People are there. And the question is that Rajendra Dada is also there? Rajendra ji from Tata Nagar. If you are there, you wanted also to speak. One Rakesh Sethia, where he is from. Dada, rationale about thin line is perfect, but energy changes its state. It never dies. And that is science. Can we say both the sides of line of death, it is energy, one side, it has shape, we see other side of death, we do not see. We do not see it. What is also, that is also another form of energy. Can you see this, Rakesh Setia, this question?
Now the point is, you missed the point. I was responding to the question. The question was, where is the proof, scientific proof of the soul? So you have to answer the question. And the question before me was, what is the justification to think that there is a soul? And that is how I had to explain to the scientific audience that before going to the soul, we have to understand that there is a body and there is a mind. And the body and mind, science says that mind is created out of as a byproduct of the chemical reaction of the body. All right. But why after this line, the chemical reaction stops? Mind cannot stop the reaction. So why the reaction stops? It was happening before this line, and after this line, it's not happening. Before this line, my whole body was together, all atoms, molecules were together, and after this line, it is no more together, it starts separating. When they are together, chemistry is happening and mind is being created. And after this, chemistry is not happening and there is no more mind. Why this should happen, that no more chemistry taking place? So there is a presence other than the body also. And that presence, we call it soul. Because there is no soul, there is no chemistry. When there is a soul, it is holding things together. Atmani Satta Sanstiti. Structure is existing in Atman. There is something which is holding together. That entity which is holding everything together is not the mind, is not the body. And that was my explanation to help them think little more than their circle. Go out of the box and think little bit more. And you will start understanding that there is more presence in the body other than the mind. And that extra presence which causes the mind to exist and remain in the body is the soul. Next.
And there is no question, but there are some requests, Dada, admin Dada, to arrange such class in Hindi in regular basis. Yeah, we are trying, and we will inform you. I think um, next week there is another class in Bangla. Thereafter, we will certainly start yeah, classes on regular basis. So be in touch with us, and thank you, Dada, for wonderful explanation. The topic is LUDCK. There is a name. I think the people wanted to come. And let me do it.
You can send me the question. I can read here, no problem.
Yeah, this is the question. See, this Nirmal Swatch. Can you uh, can you read that? This one.
No, I do not see anywhere.
Oh, really? So it
Where?
is. This is Kol Nirmal. Dadaji, thank you for wonderful explanation of the topic. Please elude, elude,
Elucidate. Elucidate.
elucidate uh, a outman. What is that?
Atman.
Out, how it works and how it relate to soulman.
I don't understand the question.
Question is,
Atman, Atman or Soulman, what is that?
soulman and what is? I don't know. They, there is one good news for you. I can tell you this. Rakesh Setiaj is telling, Dadaji, one question: how can where is it? How can we contribute to research of microvita?
Is it good for me or is it good for Ananda Marga? Is it good for
No,
you? I mean, what is that? Good
you
for,
are, no,
good
Dada,
for me.
you are exclusively engaged in the microvita research center. That is why I am telling you.
Okay, please go to the website. The website is microvita.eu, microvita.eu. There you will find so many menu points, and there is a MRI, Microvita Research Institute. You go in there, and from there you connect with us. Very simple. We are welcoming people for participation in physics, in chemistry, and now also in biopsychology. Anybody in those fields interested? These we are limited to these fields now. We will expand further, not now, but once we have completed something. We have already published 12 documents, 12 papers on biopsychology in the virology area. We worked on the this COVID-19, and then we are working more. So microbiota and biopsychology is the current topic that we are dealing with. You can participate there. And if you go to the other website, which is called microbiota.org, O-R-G, there are published articles are there. Go in the menu, go into the articles, and there are nice articles there. Please go through those articles. That will give you the background, and from there you will continue further. You are
Yes.
very welcome for this. Yes, sir.
And one question from Colonel Nirmal. Please explain the difference between ego and self-respect by Nina.
What?
Nina ji is asking, please explain the difference between ego and self-respect.
Ego is psychopanoramic minimitis, and self-respect is a result of positive microbiota going into psychopanoramic maximitis. Self-respect is respect. The more you have love for you, the more you can love others. The more you have respect for you, the more you can respect others. If you don't have respect for yourself, you cannot respect others because you don't have it. How can you give something to someone if you don't yourself, you don't have it? So self-respect is very sentient thing, is very good behavior. Those with self-respect only can be good citizen of the society. They will not be abusing themselves, and they will understand that because they should not feel any abuse by others to themselves, naturally they will not be abusing others. So self-respect is a very good social characteristic of a citizen. That should be there, and that comes from spiritual mind, that comes from self-realization. The more self-realization you have, the more self-respect you will have, and the more also you will respect others like yourself. Yes. I did not hear anything.
Bimal Kishore is asking, what is the role of Varnardhan in renouncing action and the result of action?
I think I have explained it already. I think I've explained it. In Varnarga Varna means the color. Color is the color of your mind. Eyes are closed. We are putting the color of the mind in the lotus flower, and we are through the process that Acharya is explaining you. We are Arghya Dan means offer. In Sanskrit, Arghya means offer with due respect. Dan, to give. To give to Guru the in offering, respectful offering of the colors of your mind. How it is done is explained already through the Acharyas. And the color in the mind comes from karma. Wrong karma, wrong color in the mind, dark colors in the mind, or the bright colors in the mind, or all kind of colors. Whatever colors are there in your mind, in my mind, is coming from the past life and now mixing from the present life karma. All these together, every day we should go on offering. Every day become zero karma at the time of sleeping, going to bed. Just become zero karma. Empty your cup before you go to sleep. When your cup is empty, the grace of Guru can go in the cup. If your cup is already full and Parama Purusha wants to grace you with love and blessings, there is no space in your cup. So better you empty the cup before you go into sleep. So one should do the Varnargya Dhyana with the proper understanding and with the proper spirit of really giving. Sometimes people think, how can I give? No, it's not you. It is Parama Purusha inside you that you are trying to liberate. You become you, I become me because of the karma. If the me and you sheds away the karma, there is no more I. The I becomes him. It's no more I. Separate I does not exist. The ice, the what ice becomes water. There is no more separate presence in the water. So that is the proper spirit of Varnargya, and it should be really done very meticulously, very privately, very slowly, not rush, rush, rush. No, no, no. Do it. It is offloading all your karma. Can you imagine? Nobody takes anybody's karma. And here is a process that you can really give your karma. Wonderful.
Rajendra ji from Jamshedpur, he joined. Dada, can you turn on your camera, please? Do you have?
I don't hear anything.
Yeah, Rajendra Dada, we are not able to hear you. Please turn on your camera and microphone.
Cannot make it. Don't hear anything.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I think he left. Maybe he has some problem with his microphone. So I think there is no question.
Okay.
And on behalf of his ISMUP's secretary, no, I have one announcement that there will be yeah, class in the next week that will be in Bangla. So those who are interested, please join us, and please you register properly, so we can know your name who are yeah, registered. So we will send another link for this registration purpose, and please join properly with your name and phone number. And second thing, lot of yeah, requests are coming regarding the yeah, regular class. We will yeah, arrange these classes on regular basis on many subjects. So after this yeah, next week class over, we will announce. And here is seminar notes I'm sharing. Please download if you need. And on behalf of ISMUP department, I thanks to all the participants. I hope you enjoyed the class. And in this corona pandemic, we were able to organize this class. I think this class was very successful for all the participants. Even they are in the yeah, home, they are attending. I think they are benefited by these classes. And next thing is, we have some, yeah, we are, we have lot of books, publications. So very soon, means this yeah, subscription basis, we have started this online books. So you can subscribe. That is 100 rupees per month. You can yeah, pay, and if you are buying for 12 months, now there is some discounts going on, and 1,000 if you pay, then you can read all the Baba's book. Now we are putting all English books, and once you will subscribe within 1 or 2 months, we will also give, put English, Hindi books and other languages. If you all the essays you you are requested, maybe you have translated in other languages also. If you can send that one in PDF format, we can also include that in our website. And we are making apps for this um, Android and iOS app, so you can enjoy reading Baba's books in your hand. And this is one book, yeah, we are going to print. It is under process. I think it is in your screen, the new Renaissance. And yeah, this is two sets of yeah, books, means volume 1 and volume 2. Volume 1 is all Baba's RU speeches, presidential speeches. You know, in DMC, he second day he addressed as a RU president. So all the presidential speeches we have included in yeah, volume 1, and second one is all the yeah, RU speeches, RU related speeches he spoke, he delivered in different yeah, occasions. So we have included that one in chronological order. So it will be available soon, but you can pre-order it. It is there. So we enjoyed, and thank you, our trainer Dada. I hope 3 days we were together and we enjoyed a lot. And to all the participants, please visit our YouTube channel and subscribe it, Anand Marg Central. Or you can just type it Anand Marg TV. It will yeah, take you to this Anand Marg Center. So please subscribe and ask to subscribe all your relatives, family members, and your friends, so that we can reach to the maximum people. And thank you very much for joining us. Namaskar. And we will end with Kirtan, just here with us. And Dada, you can disconnect.
We have to disconnect.
Yeah. This is, yeah.